Hello and welcome to this session. This is Professor Farhat, in which we would look at elements 4 and 5, and from the 5 elements for public company or issuers. In the prior session, we looked at element 1, 2, 3. In this session, we will complete the recording by focusing on the remaining 2: engagement performance and monitoring. Once again, we are working with quality control system for issuers, companies, audit firms that audit publicly traded companies. The first thing I want to make sure you remember is we have quality control for the AICPA, the private issuers, and the public. Here we're looking at public, which are the issuers. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, FarhatLectures.com. Most students and CPA candidates struggle not because audit is too hard, but because it's taught fast and the logic behind the procedure isn't explained clearly. Then everything feels disconnected. At Farhat Lectures, we break audit down step by step. We explain the why behind the standards, the logic behind the assertions, risks, procedures, evidence, so the whole process finally clicks. When the concepts connect, audit becomes clear and manageable. You stop memorizing and start understanding. Ready for auditing to make sense? Start your free trial at farhatlectures.com. Starting with the engagement performance. This is ensuring that the quality audit execution is being done properly. This is where the rubber hits the ground. This is where the audit engagement takes place. The performance. It's actually how we actually carry out the audit. So the firm should have policies to make sure that the work complies first with professional auditing standard. That's the minimum. Also internal firm requirement, because we do have our own policies and procedures that at least also meet the professional auditing standard. And of course, engagement is performed with due professional care. It means we're doing the best job we can, giving our skills, experience, and following the professional standard. And the audit report, whatever audit report we issue, is appropriate under the circumstances, supported by the evidence that we collected. And these elements ensure that quality control is not theoretical. Remember, performance means you are doing the actual work. It's embedded in daily audit execution. Now, the key component of the engagement performance is proper planning of the audit. Plan the audit properly, have effective supervision, review the work, and make sure you document everything. And this is what we will discuss a little bit further about the engagement performance. And it's also required consultation when complex or unusual matter arise. If something arises during the audit you're not familiar with, it's beyond the scope of the expertise team or firm, get external consultation, external help. That's perfectly fine as long as it's properly supervised. And remember, we have to accept the external work as our work. It goes under the exact same quality of audit work that we perform. For example, assume an audit team encounters a complex revenue contract with multiple performance obligation. If the staff is uncertain how to account for it, let's assume the staff is a senior staff, 2 years of experience, never work with this, they must consult firm technical resources. They may also refer to authoritative literature, or a partner or a specialist might be involved. So the failing to consult could result in material misstatement, and this is what we don't want to do. Now, supervision is important. Supervision, review, and consultation. Engagement personnel must be properly supervised based on their level of experience, guided on objective of the procedures. We cannot over-supervise because we handicap the audit, and you don't want to under-supervise. And we want to review to make sure conclusions are supported by evidence. For example, a first-year associate performing inventory testing must have their work reviewed by a senior or a manager. And if it's reviewed by a senior, it should be also reviewed by a manager to ensure procedures are properly executed. Now, also we want to consult authoritative literature. When difficult issues arise, the firm should require consultation with a specialist, technical department, reference professional standard, and of course,
document all the work that you do to support your conclusion, because whatever you did, in case you were being asked, you'd say, this is what I did, and I documented the process. And this strengthens the audit quality and reduces professional and litigation risk. So engagement performance is very important. But what's also important is monitoring, and that's evaluating the quality control system. And this is part 5 of 5. And for the private companies, we went what's called monitoring and remediation. Same thing here, it's monitoring and feedback. What's the purpose of monitoring? Just to make sure that the quality control system is working properly. And you will see that monitoring will have monitoring and internal control. When the elements of internal control, the last element is making sure we're monitoring the whole process. But monitoring basically answers 3 questions. Is the system properly designed? Is the system that's designed effectively implemented? Okay, it's designed on paper, it's designed, it's being used. Is it operating as intended? And through monitoring, we have to answer those 3 questions. So monitoring will provide reasonable assurance that the quality policy are not only written but actively followed. Monitoring includes assessing management commitment to quality. Are they implementing what's designed? First of all, is it designed? Hopefully it's designed. We have something on paper, it's being implemented, and it's operated, and it's meeting the audit objective, whether the firm policies remain relevant and adequate, whether guidance material and practice aids are appropriate. So whether professional development are effective, it's through the monitoring process we know that. And whether the people working with us are complying, we will know that from monitoring. So monitoring is critical. Why? Because it can help us get feedback and help us improve the system. Because the system deteriorates over time. Even if the system is working properly today, it may not be working tomorrow as effectively. Why? Policies become outdated, or people change. People that work with the company, we could have change of personnel, we could have new people, or the same people could be there, but their life circumstances change, their motivation change. So we have to keep monitoring. Industry risk change. Well, if industry risk change and we don't change our controls, then we are not keeping up to date. And that's why monitoring is needed as a feedback mechanism to detect those weaknesses as early as possible, and finding any findings or any deficiencies to correct the system. For example, assume a firm updated its documentation requirement, but the engagement team continue using outdated template. How do we know this? Monitoring. When we look at the work, we see that's one of the teams still using the old documentation in New York City or Philadelphia. So inconsistent documentation occur, and the problem is we don't want regulatory inspection, because they would say, well, you're still using template that, it's no longer acceptable. So we could monitor those gaps and take corrective actions early. Also, what we can do is we can perform inspection of engagement, and evaluate the procedures. So firms should perform structural procedures such as internal inspections, basically auditing your own work to evaluate compliance with quality control policies. It's like basically auditing yourself. You should have pre-issuance and post-issuance review of selected engagement by individual not directly involved. Just get people who are not working on this engagement to look at the work. The analysis of professional standard update, are we following that? Independence confirmation, are we complying with independence? Are people working have enough CPE, continuous professional education? Our acceptance client decision, remember we accept or continue a client, are we complying with this? Personnel performance. Notice those are basically the elements, but we have to do what? Audit ourselves to make sure we're following them. And these procedures help determine whether the quality control system functions effectively. And the only way to know is to check them, is to monitor them.